So they had a meeting yesterday, the GOP. And not just any meeting, you know, a meeting to navigate on how to protect the pedos. How do you show up to a meeting such as this? How do you show up to a protect the pedophiles meeting? I mean, how do you go into this? Um, I had dementia, so are we just gonna ignore the fact that this email came out and says that you spent hours? That's just one email. One email said that you were a dirty dog per Epstein, and then he said the only dog that hasn't barked is you. Why are we here again? Because I'm gonna have to go ahead and side with the fact that you're a pedo. I'm gonna go ahead and head out the door. But those of y'all who dropped your whole entire convictions at the door to go in and say, let's come up with a plan to protect you, sir, even though you had your hands all over these children, and the man who's no longer here ran a child ring and mentioned you heavy, and then the bitch Jizzle says she was wondering the same thing in the email exchange, which means she lied too. Let's find a way to protect you. New Epstein bombshell could make GOP support for Trump unsustainable. This is from the Raw story. Dementia appears to be trying to keep the GOP from breaking after Democrats leaked emails from disgraced pedophile. Don't call him a financier, motherfucker. Call him the fuck what he is. Disgraced pedophile sex ringer Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein showing new ties. Them ain't new. Y'all just got these emails dropped on you and now y'all don't know how to deal with them. Okay? Between him and dementia, according to one analyst. Investigative political journalist Tara Palmieri argued on Tuesday during an interview on Piers Morgan Uncensored that the leaked emails will make it impossible for the GOP to continue hiding the files. She added that there are signs that Republicans are starting to break from Trump on this issue. You ain't really got no choice. See, they claimed, the GOP that is, that they have been doing their own investigation, that they have things, and then they get mad at the Democrats and said that they are cherry picking what they release to the public. So if I'm reading in between the lines of that statement that they're cherry picking, that means you nasty, disgusting, dirty sons of bitches knew about these emails that were leaked by the Democrats, but you didn't feel like that was cherry enough to put out there on your own? Is that what I'm getting from old Domer Powell? You know, that doofus that's in charge of that committee? Is that what I'm getting from you, Comer? You didn't think that needed to be released. Comer Powell over there, you know, he's the one that's been stealing money from his farms and getting money put into his brother's pockets, but that's for another video. See, I know my shit, people. Okay? Goes on to say the emails mention dementia by name and also describe him as a dirty dog in one email, and that dog that barks in another one that hasn't barked. Let me correct myself. A phrase that some have interpreted to mean Trump knew about Epstein's crimes and remained silent. The pressure is going to be more intense on them now. I can only imagine the whip count. But I just don't know how they take this vote, especially as these emails continue to come out. Okay? Reports indicate that the White House has already started pressuring House lawmakers to withdraw their support for the petition to release the Epstein files. One lawmaker in the White House has contacted Rep. Lauren Boebert, who said after speaking with Trump officials that she is convinced there is a cover-up happening. Okay? It is strategic. Democrats knew what they were doing by waiting and holding on to these emails and making it so that it would become so impossible for this party to stand behind the president on this one. I just don't think it's sustainable that the White House maintains a position having taken everybody up the hill saying, we're going to release them, we're going to be transparent, we're going to get accountability for the victims, and so on and so on, to suddenly put the shutters down and try and maintain that position. I think it's politically unsustainable, and I think with a lot of people breaking ranks, we know from the MAGA crowd how enraged they are about this. Dementia has to be very careful at this point. Dementia, you dirty dog. You dog who hasn't barked. You fucking weird ass freak. You disgusting piece of shit. You, Pam Dundee, five-head Bongino, and cross-eyed, crooked-eyed motherfucking Cash Patel. Y'all will answer for your motherfucking sins. And it's going to be beautiful to watch. You'll be held accountable, Dementia. You and everyone else that had anything to do with touching those motherfucking babies. We're not letting up. Pressure is on from here. Later.